Greetings, juicy fruiters. I'm John. You might remember me from such online juicing pages as the Tolman online juice page. I'm making this video because a friend of mine has crypto pie something. Anyway, she's more than a friend. Susie, you're an angel. Anyway, the wonder of technology and our short attention spans, I thought it would just be easier to make a video about making this juice rather than banging on about it. So hopefully what I'm going to do is give you an overview of how to make Cabala juice, a very healing, excellent juice. Got colours of the rainbow in there, and all you need to get started and really start reaping the benefits. So Cabala is C-A-B-A-L-A, all right? That's carrot, apple, beetroot, apple, lemon, apple. What? I said apple 3 times. I'm not crazy. You need 3 apples, okay? That's the recipe. Now the concept with the 3 apples is 3 different colored apples if you can, because as we all know, well, we don't all know, but if you follow Don Tolman or Tyler Tolman, you're lucky to be getting that information and embrace it and enjoy it. But in the light spectrum, it's all the colors of the rainbow, and that then gets absorbed and expressed in plants in the different colors. Carrots orange, apples green, red, beetroot, you know, so red it's purple. And these correlate, whether it's not a belief or anything like that, or a weird hippie thing. Basically these colors do correlate with systems in the body, and they have, for want of a better term, they have messages, frequency of color and light, and they enhance the body. Hence we're buying shit like lycopene, which is, you know, Latin for the red shit in capsicum and tomatoes, and we're taking it in a pill. So what we want to do is eat from the rainbow to get a broad spectrum of health. So we'll try and keep this to making Cabala, and I'm going to do this in real time, this far around putting it through the juicer, and hopefully you can see just how long it takes to make a juice. It's a bit of rigmarole, but worth it. Okay, so the recipe is a kilo of carrots, about a fist-sized beet, or half a fist, depending on how big your fist is, but a beetroot, 3 apples, lemon, skin and all. I use about half a lemon with the skin on. Previously I haven't used the skin. I was a bit Nancy, and I didn't use the skin, just use the juice. Do whatever you want. But I find with the skin there's a lot of nutrient in the skin. Just when you squeeze the skin and it squirts out that fragrant oil, you know, you want that stuff. That's good for you. Lemons are a little magician in themselves. There's more to them than meets the eye. The lemon is French for lemon, just in case you're wondering. So what I'm going to do, I've got here vinegar, apple cider vinegar. It's good stuff. It's good for all sorts. You can smear it on, you can splash it, you can drink it. You can chuck it in an enema, whatever you like. But a splash of vinegar and some water. And I'm basically, for those of you worried about pesticides, I'm somewhat worried, but considering some of my habits, you know, whatever. It ain't no cheeseburger. Alright, so it's better than that. Don't be too concerned. Alright, your body is equipped to deal with and release, you know, toxins. We don't want to overload the body with that stuff and avoid it wherever we can, but we don't want the mental stress that goes on with worrying about it. Who gives? Alright? Unless you're living on a mountaintop somewhere, breathing fresh, clean air with the purest food, you have got toxins in your life, and your body is dealing with them. So just chill. I'm chucking everything into the water just to give it a wash. You can check out a Don Tolman YouTube video about where he talks about some science guy. He's got a lot of science friends, doctors and whatnot. They did laboratory tests where they washed the vegetables and compared them to organic vegetables. I'm chucking the lemon in there just to clean the skin. apples too. And basically the results were pretty good. Inherently, vegetables and fruit and stuff, they don't generally want to uptake anything that they don't need. So those pesticides primarily stay on the outside. So if you can wash them off, and apple cider vinegar works well. It's a bicarb soda for washing them, works good too. If you can give them a good wash. Roberto is your father's brother, or Bob's your uncle, depending where you're from. It all ain't too bad, okay? And you'll survive. So what I got here, I got a cold press juicer, because I'm a fancy kind of guy. I used to have this bad boy. I've done a few juice fasts on that. That's sweet. This is centrifugal juicer, I believe it's called. The old Breville. That's excellent. Especially a good place to get started. You can find them secondhand at Gumtree, wherever, eBay. And really just get into your juicing. The only thing that major benefit with the cold press is when using that sort of juice, it blitzes everything up, throws all the pulp out, separates the juice, but a lot of oxygen gets mixed with your juice, and not bad at all in the slightest if you're going to drink it, straight away. But that is going to start the oxidating process. Your juice is not going to hold and maintain its life, its shelf life, and its nutrients for as long. Okay, whereas the cold press, you are keeping the nutrients for, I think it's up to 72 hours. All right. So this is it. Get cracking. These are pretty thin, and it can handle it. So I'm going to put them in there. Obviously, I'm going to need to chop everything. Now, my recipe today is only 2 apples. They're not different colours. I've got nearly 1 kilo of carrots, and I'm using all the beetroot because I'm not following the recipe because I'm a rebel. I'm a lone wolf, and I'm playing by my own rules. All right. Basically, my experience with juicing is the fasts I've done, I've used Cabala as a base recipe, and it actually tastes nice. It's good. And the people in this community and others I've spoken to that fast just on Cabala, it's everything you need. It's healing, and it is gold. Okay? But you can add in whatever you like, whatever you feel like. And when I go to the fruit and veg, once you get into the juice fast, 3 or 4 days in, things change. There's a shift. You stand out in your backyard, and you can just feel you are more in tune with your environment, even the grass. I mean, it is different. You build a relationship almost with plants. It's bizarre and it's weird, but it's cool, and it's nothing you won't be able to handle. But I go to the fruit and veg shop and just walk around. What do I want? That toy looks fresh, it looks green, what's in the season, what do I feel like? And I throw that into my juice. If I'm having specific goals to have in the past, I've gone for grapefruit juice and a high amount of water. I'll do that. So there are no restrictions, really. Basically, the major factor that you're dealing with is when you eat a cheeseburger, your body will make that into a cheeseburger paste or juice, if you will, and separate the pulp and take in what nutrients it can from the cheeseburger, right? And if that is fat, saturated fats and chemicals, whatever it is, that ends up in the little villi or something, some Latin term for milk suckers. It's basically going to take in the nutrients. Once your stomach has digested and you start moving it through, that's what's going to happen, all right? You are taking nutrients in through the smaller and larger intestine. And what you're doing with the juice fast is removing that digestion process. Your body doesn't have to put all that energy into that. yet you are giving it the end result, which is the digestible nutrients. And when it comes to a juice of fresh vegetables and fruit, there are no better nutrients that you can provide. They're all there. You are basically bombarding your body and your cells with antioxidants, enzymes, vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and everything you need without the required labour from your body to digest them. And that is a process, that is an inbuilt knowing of your body. Your body is doing everything: breathing, heartbeat, enzymes, digestive acids, cell repair. All these things are autonomic. They are subconscious. You are not in control of them. The fancy little brain that you have that does everything, that, you know, is in control of everything else, doesn't really have much to do with what's going on in your body. That is your subconscious. So basically, give your body what it needs in the form of these juices. And it will take care of the rest. So what happens is the body knows that the digestive system is resting. It's not digesting it. And then that could quite easily come from evolution, where we didn't have this 3 meal a day idea. We didn't have access to it. And as a little creature, just like when an animal is sick, they don't eat until they've healed. When your body is not getting food, it goes into ketosis. And obviously there's a complicated process in that. Science is studying it. But what happens is all those things that your body's been putting off, because we are flood and famine, where the tide goes out, the tide comes in, the sun comes up, the sun goes down. In nature, we are cycles. We are not a constant. And we are always looking for these constants, constantly feeding, constantly being happy, constantly doing this, constantly doing that, and we get tripped up. So we don't, as a natural process these days, have much of a break from digestion. The benefit of juice for us is, once we have that break from digestion, we're getting what we need without having to put all that energy into breaking it down. The body knows, awesome, I've got time to take care of Grandma's turkey dinner from last Christmas that we wrapped up in a bag of mucosal plaque to protect it from the body while we dealt with other stuff. And if anybody who's an experienced juice faster, colon cleanser will know some of the stuff that comes out when you're cleansing, you know it's been there a while, okay? But that's the stuff that gets dealt with when you give the body a rest. So we've got the pulp coming out. That is awesome fibre. Some people use it to make all sorts of meals for when they're back, back eating. I have made potato cakes and whatnot out of vegetable stuff. Just mix, you don't want to mix your apple and your carrot stuff. It's going to be a pretty weird tasting fritter. Just one tip here. You put in this juicer, the Huron, doesn't really miss a beat, as long as you're kind to it and you chop the stuff up. I'm putting a lemon in now. The lemon rind can be a little bit tough. See straight away, lemon pulp's coming out. Now that smells delicious, You can do all sorts of that. You can put that in your Hessian bags and whatever with your oats when you're cleaning. Those oils in lemon, the pectins and whatnot, they're just great for the skin. But anyway, I chuck them through. Anything tougher, I always follow it up with something easy like apple or a carrot that the juicer just chews up. Alright, so the recipe, you're not going to be a rebel and just do your own thing and go with crazy proportions. is a kilo of carrot, 3 apples, a fist-sized beet, and a half to a whole lemon depending on what you can handle. But I don't know if anyone's ever had a fruit tingle. There's a real zest that comes out of the lemon skin, and it complements these other things. Beetroot's quite sweet, carrot's quite sweet, and of course with the apple, pretty sweet, and then the lemon. So check this out. That in there, you have got Buckley's of finding any combination of pills on a shelf anywhere, in any lab, that has the active bioavailable nutrients in that. That took a little while because I was like bullshitting and rabbiting on, but really, realistically, how long has that been? 16 minutes. You can bang a juice out in 10 minutes, okay? And you are good to go. That is delicious. Guilt-free freaking awesomeness. Alright, so Susie, that's how you make a juice. Boom, you whack through the juicer and you drink it. There are no hard and fast rules. That's Cabala, it's awesome. Throw in bok choy, throw in celery, throw in ginger, anything you like. Basically, a great way to ingest a huge amount of nutrients from greens is to get a massive thing of spinach and put some apples through just to sweeten it up. I did a couple of days on that. Fantastic. For those of you worrying about protein, bro, you gotta fall over, you need the protein, this and that. It's bullshit. It's absolute bollocks. My last proper effort of going at it was a 9-day juice fast. At that point I was going to the gym, it was a couple of years ago now, and I was predominantly lifting weights basically, that's what I was doing. And so what happened in that 9-day period, by day 6 or 7 I had lifted heavier than ever, my personal best record. I was doing more sets and more reps, I was able to do more, I had the strength to lift more. Doesn't sound a lot like a lack of protein and weakness to me, and that's my personal experience. I can never take that away. That's how it was. And that I remember lifting the thing, I could actually feel and see the muscle that I built within such a short window in 9 days. It was incredible, and it took a long time of being lazy for that to go away, but I can still feel I had built muscle, real lean muscle in that time. So this time around I'm hoping to go a little bit longer than that. Hopefully we can see some results. But with no further ado, that's the end of the video. That is Cabala. Hopefully you can get out there and get juicing and go for gold. Alrighty.